Well, you know the problem with democracy. I don't think there is any country in the world which does not call itself democratic. All countries in the world call themselves democratic. It's a matter, first, of definition, I think mainly of definition and of what we regard to be the essentials of democracy. We certainly ourselves regard ourselves as democratic. We understand why countries used to the multi-party system don't believe that a one-party system can be democratic, or are rather suspicious of the one-party system. We can't, frankly, convince them by sheer argument, philosophical argument, that this is possible. Perhaps the best thing is actually to see this thing in practice. What are the essentials of democracy? The essentials of democracy are that individuals should feel unharassed, that they are actually free in their society. Individual, this is the most essential thing. I never see why an individual should not feel free because of a machinery of election. And the two-party or the one-party is really basically a machinery of election. The second one, when it comes to machinery, is that an individual should feel a true choice of the people he wants to represent him in a government where it's no longer possible for people individually to participate in the government, that you have to select individual representatives. Now, either sometimes you select parties, sometimes you select individuals. Now, frankly, I don't see why the thing cannot be democratic, simply because sometimes you select a party, which is what the Western countries usually do, and in our own case, you select an individual, the party being given, the party policy being given. So this is the kind of election we went through the other day, and we honestly believe we are independent, and we really ask the old countries at least to be democratic enough, to have a free mind, and to study the new experiments which are taking place in the rest of the world, and this experiment which is taking place in our.
Okay, was way back in 1960s. I don't know exactly what year was that, but the 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 short clip that you have just uh, listened a few minutes ago was then the Tanzanian president Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere. He was interviewed, and he was trying to describe how his democracy uh, should be defined specific in Tanzania. And he was trying to convey a message to he used the word old countries. He means the Western country or developed country, because he was trying to avoid to talk directly to the big nations. I will call the Western countries, such as the United States of America, and he used it an example of that, that they do have a multi-party systems, and they do have only two major party, Republicans and Democrat. And the vast majority of the people, let's say for example here in America, they pretty much sometimes they vote straight Republicans or straight Democrat. And it's quite different with the Tanzanian then, when when they had only one party political system in Tanzania. So the citizens then in Tanzania or Tanganyika then, they used to vote based upon on the candidate. The party brings the candidate, and the Tanganyikan then, they vote for the candidates, not for the party or straight party system. So we are in election time now. We are approaching the local government elections in Tanzania, and also the general election is coming up next year in Tanzania. And so far, what we have experienced with the voter registrations in Tanzania, there is a lot of what we call it irregularities. is going on all over the polling stations where the Tanzanians are supposed to go and register to vote for the upcoming election. I think is on November 27th. So the AS News, this is a channel that will be conveying and disseminated political news and different informations in English. And we have just changed this channel to be more specific only to cover some of the news in Tanzania and help some of the political parties or businesses uh, if they want the messages and the informations to be conveyed in English. So today we just decided maybe in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we're not going to spend a lot of times to introduce this new channel. Is our new channel, English service channel, is AS dash news. So we just pick up the name, but you never know. Maybe in the near future we might end up changing the name. But we're gonna keep it as is for now. And most of the time when we go live here from our studio here in Columbia, South Carolina, we'll deliver messages in English, and then we want the vast majority of the people who are following us, who are tuning in and listening to our news or our content, and we'll try to put all our content in English. So let me conclude by saying this. This is the first live video that we're putting out there. And today's Thursday, is around 11:48 a.m. here in Colombia, or Eastern Standard Time here in America. And I'm broadcasting live from the studio here in Colombia. And as you can see on the screen, this is the same person who's been bringing to you news in Swahili. And also now we've just decided this year, from now moving forward, one of our channel will dedicate it to be broadcasting in English. So I'm looking forward to to engage with our viewers. If it is anybody out there is English who can speak English, who can speak French, or who can speak Germany, you're welcome to a Foreign Services channel. This is it's a new channel, and it will dedicate it the the news in English. And maybe we'll switch here and there. We'll speak Swahili because it's our national language, but we want the news of what's happening in Tanzania, not only in politics, but also in some other areas. It could be in businesses, it could be in investments, it could be in issues that the pertaining to healthcare, issues that pertaining to economic development, and issues that pertaining to education, higher learning educations. So I will end these conversations. What time is it? It's 11:49 a.m. And how many minutes have we? I think we're up to eight minutes so far since we started this program, and this is the first time I'm trying to convey this message, as I've just alluded a few minutes when I started talking, like almost like 8 minutes ago. I will be broadcasting in English, particularly or specific in this particular channel, the AS News. So bringing these conversations, I'm bringing these conversations straight from our studio here in Columbia, South Carolina, and wish you everybody, let me say, a great day or great afternoon. I think in East Africa, in Tanzania, it's a little bit late there, but here in America, it's 11:50 a.m. So we're getting ready, and some of the people, they're already in offices. Some of the people, they're working now, and some of the people, they're about to go for lunch. They're about taking lunch break. And myself here in the studio, I'm getting ready to get into my regular job. And all of you, as you can see, we're in the fall break, and but I'm intending to. Who knows? That's my, we'll talk later about what I'm going to do later on in a few minutes. But as I've just said that I'll be in air for just only 10 minutes, and this is the new channel, and And I encourage, I'm asking all of you to subscribe to our new channel, AS News. Subscribe, share, and like our video. So, with all that having said, let me uh, end our broadcasting and wish you have a great day and happy Thursday.
La pili ambalo nitalisema na kuliachia hilo katika mambo ya kuheshimu haki za binadamu, pamoja na kwamba nchi zetu hizi ni nchi ambazo zimepigania uhuru kwa kutaka kuleta haki za binadamu, lakini kwa kweli katika jambo la demokrasia hatuwezi kujivuna sana. Nchi za kusini tumepuuza sana haki za binadamu. Ni madikteta wengi sasa hivi ni wa kwetu. Ndio, madikteta wengi wa duniani sasa hivi ni wa kwetu. Wamo katika Afrika, Asia, Latin America. Na sasa kusema kweli wanaanza kubakia Afrika zaidi. Kupuuza tu maisha ya watu hivi, kuonea watu tu, kutojali watu hivi. Sana hao tabia za namna hiyo ziko zaidi kwetu sisi katika kusini kuliko kaskazini. Hilo jambo tumelikosoa humu. Hilo jambo. Kwa hiyo tunaeleza jambo la demokrasi kwamba lazima mtakaposoma mle mtakuta kwamba tuna iko demokrasi naeleza inayoheshimu watu, inayotaka watu wa participate, watu wawe huru katika nchi zao. Mtu aweze kutembea katika nchi yake anajisikia ni huru kabisa. Hiyo ndio tunalisema. Tunasema zile aina za organization zile za kuwa na vyama vingi au nini hiyo shauri nyingine. Hiyo tunasema hiyo ni shauri nyingine. Ndio. Tusibishane juu jambo la kijinga hilo ni jambo lingine. Lakini la maana ni uhuru wa watu katika nchi yao. Watu wanajiona katika nchi yao ni huru. Kama chama kimoja kinawatosheleza vema. Kama viwili vinawatosheleza vema. Sasa hivi Zaia nitakuja kuambieni baadaye, Zaia wana 104. Sasa sijui kama vinatosha hivyo, sijui. Sasa hiyo wazi ndivyo tulivyoitazama hivi kwamba baada ya kueleza nini maana ya maendeleo, alafu tumetazama tulivyojaribu kufanya katika kipindi cha miaka 30 iliyopita. Tukaona maeneo ambayo tumefanya vizuri, tukaona maeneo ambayo hatukufanya vizuri, halafu tukaanza kusema sasa tufanyeje? Sasa la kwanza kabisa tunasema hivi katika jambo la national policies katika level ya nation hapa, katika level ya kila nchi mahali pake, national policies. Tukasema madhali development lazima iwe people centered, ihusu watu. Na wa develop in freedom. Si wa develop kama watu hivi, kama unavyo develop mbuzi, kondoo au nini. Wa develop watu in freedom. Wanaleta maendeleo yao katika hali ya uhuru na kuzidisha uhuru wao. Tukasema lazima kila taifa la kusini liwe na mkakati wa national self-reliance. Kwa maana ya kwamba ili kweli muweze kuendelea in freedom, lazima utumie kile kilicho chako. Ndicho unachoweza kutumia kwa jeuri, kumpigie magoti mtu. Ingawa najua kwa sababu ya wakubwa ni wakubwa, kwa hiyo hata tukitaka kutumia mafuta yetu tunawapigia magoti. Hivi mlipuko ule wa Gulf ulikuwa ni wa mafuta ya Waarabu. Kwa hiyo hata mali yetu kuitumia vile vile siku hizi lazima tuombe ruksa. Lakini tunasema kwa jumla tumia mali yako ya nyumbani. Every nation should use its own resources to the maximum. Sasa resources zetu ni nini? Resources zetu tutazijua. Kama tuna gas yetu, use it to the maximum. Kama tuna kadhabu ketu, use it to the maximum.
Kama tuna ardhi yetu, use it to the maximum. Kama kuna watu tumetrain, use them to the maximum. Kabla ya kwenda nje huko kwenda kutafuta wataalamu wengine, watumie hawa wakina Malima hawa. Kwa nini kwenda nje kwanza? Tumia hawa. Use your own people to the maximum and train them. Train them and use them to the maximum. Tumia watu wapo. Kila nchi ina watu. Kila nchi ina watu. Kuna maendeleo yanayoletwa na mshikamano.